Thank you so much for being here. Today, we have some amazing news from International. There are so many great things happening, as you'll continue to hear while we're at this event. But we really wanted to talk about what we're doing and share with you some exciting announcements.
We've been doing a lot. So in the last 3.5 months, we've been working with Glenn. So we've been able to launch Regus globally around the world for all of our agents, even the US agents in this room, to be able to access. It's been amazing.
Not only did we launch Regus for all of our agents, but we've deep dived each one of our markets and found local solutions to create the most competitive value proposition that we can in that market for productive agents to level up their game.
Yeah, we've been working a lot on how can we really focus and hear from our agents internationally, because it is a little bit spread out around the world. So we're working on a platform for agent feedback. We've been working very closely with our International Agent Advisory Council and our country agent advisory council so that we can really start to hear the feedback and have a loop and be able to respond to every agent's inquiry and every question and everything that they need, so we can really help everyone around the world, regardless of their language or how business is done.
And as you guys know, Glenn has stepped in over the last 3 or 4 months as the lead of International. And when Jesse was on stage talking and he was making his speech about how he doesn't get tired, this is the one person in the world who truly just never gets tired. So Glenn, why don't you tell him a little bit about what you've had us doing?
Yeah, so back in July, there was a slight change in some things that were going on leadership-wise, and it gave me an opportunity to jump back in and kind of go back to the basics, which has been a lot of fun. We're actually operating like a true startup on the international side of the house. We've launched our international HQ office, expworld.world/international. So I'm sure you'll see more about that, but you can come in the office anytime if you've got somebody that you're sponsoring or wanting to sponsor. We're doing a whole revamp of the international website. We've got a Discord server. We'll put up the QR code tomorrow for that, where you can actually go and engage with us and anybody that you have as a potential prospect. You'll be able to go there. We've got we're automating a ton of stuff. You're using a lot of AI, so a lot of stuff that you're hearing about from Phil and Carrie and John. We're doing that and more on the international side, really working on that. So I'm kind of thinking about it almost like I'm building a real estate team. I want to make sure the funnels are coming in, that there's real follow-up. Felix has been working to build what we're calling the growth war room. Megan's been just like her team spreading out and just doing stuff all over the place. So it's a lot of fun. We're using a style that we call flowed or dynamic self-management, which is pretty cool. It's allowing people to step in and add value quickly rather than it being on their job description, more about seeing a need and filling a need. And I know a lot of that stuff takes place on the domestic side as well, but we're really adding a lot of these very agile components, which is making a huge difference in how we're executing.
Yeah. As you guys know, we are the only independent real estate brokerage who's in over 24 markets. That is a huge differentiator that gives all of you the opportunity to get involved with what we're doing today and all the announcements that we have. And so for the very first time ever here at eXpCon, we have brought all of our market leaders from across the globe to come and meet all of you, and so that you guys can meet all of them. So without further ado, let me introduce all the way from Australia, Miss Emily Morgan.
From Brazil, we have Marco Moura.
Representing Chile and Colombia, we have Virginia Restrepo.
Dominican Republic, Pedro Reyes.
From Dubai, Dunia Fadi.
We have Samuel Coe from France.
All the way from Germany, Lars Pfeiffer.
Nikos Menomonides from Greece.
We have no representatives from Hong Kong, but we wanted to shout them out here.
We have Shashank Vashista from India.
All the way from Israel, Alex Ostrovsky.
From Italy, we have Dennis Andrian.
And all the way from Mexico, Ismael Gonzalez.
New Zealand, all the way from New Zealand, we have Carl McNulty with us.
From Panama, Mr. Bet Romero.
Poland, we have Olga Marciniak.
From Portugal, Mr. JM.
From Puerto Rico, we've got Eli Torres.
From South Africa, Andrew Thompson.
Joaquin Nuevo from Spain.
And from UK and our head of European growth, Mr. Adam Day.
It's awesome. This is amazing. We've never all been in one room together at one time.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are all your market leaders from across the world. They will be here at the International Lounge down in the Expo Hall. Come find them, come talk to them, come get involved in International. We have some amazing things happening and some great announcements.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. So we really do have an amazing international team. We've obviously been traveling. We did our first eXp Con in Lisbon. We were just back in Milan, saw many of you just a month or so ago, or actually less than that, in Milan and in France. And so we're doing a lot of travel. I know Felix is jumping on planes all the time, but one of the things I want to just touch on, and it's something that we've actually had in the works for quite some time. But first, before I mention it, I want to have anybody that is in one of the countries represented on stage right now. If you're in one of those countries, please stand up so that people can see. So I want you to stay standing for just a moment so that you can take it in, because these could be your new best friends in expanding your business. And the reason why, they and this team on the stage, we actually have what we refer to as the International Sponsorship Program that we're announcing here. And what does that mean? It means before, when you sponsored internationally, you had we had what we referred to as a sponsorship buffer, which was really to provide some benefits to actually support your agents in market. Now you can actually name a sponsor for that position that you're going to partner with in growing your rev share group in that country. These are individuals who represent culturally and professionally and production-wise that can be great supporters for your agents that you're attracting. So whether it's in the UK, South Africa, Australia, anywhere that we're doing business, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, it doesn't matter where they're at. If you actually will be able to sponsor that in-country agent with a sponsor in-country, and you both get to share in the benefits of growing that organization. And this will be huge. This also it works in reverse. If somebody's internationally sponsoring in the US, or Canada, you could be named as a sponsor to help support that agent in market, which is going to be a great benefit to everyone. So super excited about this. It's going to really ramp up a growth internationally, because now you can sponsor with an in-country business partner to help you grow your business in that market. So really excited about that. So Felix. I think you've got some more announcements.
Yeah, I've got some exciting announcements.
So you can sit down.
Before I say them, I do want to just say there's been a lot of chatter lately about what other people are doing and how they're trying to copy us. I want to remind you guys that no other company in the history of real estate as an independent brokerage has expanded into as many markets as we have. And so as people try to continue to copy us, there's one thing we have to say is good luck trying to keep up with us. We have some awesome things happening here. The number one question I get asked every single day, probably 10 times a day, whether it's on Workplace, Discord now, text message, is what's next? What new countries are we going into? And so I wanted to come here on stage with each and every single one of you and have the awesome news that we are launching 3 new countries in 2025. Come on, get some cheers for that. And we're starting that off with Egypt, representing Egypt, Mr. Ahmed El Batrawi. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Go ahead. Good. Shake their hands, sir.
I'm so excited.
Anybody have any connections in Egypt? Anybody know an Egyptian? I already know a couple of you guys have been pinging me for the last year. I wasn't even in international yet. You were asking for it. But we have another country that we've got coming up. I'm from South America. I'm Latin American. To me, it was super important that we continue to grow our Cala markets. So, Mr. Ricardo Alfaro from Peru. We've got one more market for you guys. This one I've been hearing about for so long. I was so excited to be able to finally come together with our team. We've worked so hard on this to bring it to you guys. Unfortunately, our market leaders, Yeet and Amre Karagos, were unable to make it, but they have a video from you, and I'll let their video tell you what country we're going to.
Hello eXp family, I'm Yiğit, the most famous real estate guy in Turkey. I'm touring the most amazing and the luxurious home in my YouTube channel and my Instagram page, which are the biggest about real estate with having millions of views. I also made a real estate TV show in the biggest Turkish TV channel, and for the past 10 years, I'm running my own real estate brokerage in Istanbul. And here I am in Bosphorus, where Asia meets Europe, and in 2025, eXp Realty is coming to Turkey. Imagine showcasing properties with views like this. A gateway to incredible and new opportunities. We are bringing the power of eXp to Turkey. Get your seatbelts on. With eXp's cloud-based platform, get ready to grow your business globally in 2025. Feel free to contact me. Love you, Yiğit.
Give it up for Turkey. Awesome. Well, thank you, everyone. Make sure to come check us out on the International Hub. Glenn?
We also have some conversations going on in real time with some of you in this room, and it's been really great to meet some of you in the last couple days in person, and so those will not be the only 3 countries we're opening in 2025.
I think I just found out I have a lot of work to do next year. Well, thank you, everybody. Say one last round of applause for all of our market leaders. Come check us out at the lounge in the International Hub.